Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of iCarly.
Okay, we're cutting that.
No, we're leaving that in. That's the best way to open an episode of TorqueForce.
Oh my goodness.
Oops, I was going to leave it on the title screen for longer, but I accidentally pushed a button. Well, here we are.
This is the kind of professionalism you all can expect from us.
Yes, but if you notice, you can see our little icons in the corner now. So that's
Hey!
Oh, wait.
So I'll do some introductions.
Oh, yeah,
and then
that's true.
We'll get up with what we're doing today. So first we got Arcarius of the TorqueForce.
That's right, everybody. It's me, Arcarius, here to talk about some Smash Brothers.
We got David Torque, who loves Little Mac.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the TorqueForce stream.
And like him or hate him, it's good love him.
Ouch.
Yeah,
But for why?
So, with the new Smash Bros. Presentation, what do they call it? Sakurai Presents, coming out in just
October
a
5th.
week and a half or so. We wanted to do our final Smash Brothers character predictions for Ultimate, because this is it, you know?
This is the last one.
Yeah, and it's been a great ride, so we just wanted to sort of reflect on that for a little bit, and then we'll each give at least one character prediction. We're going to preface before the character predictions. We'll go person by person, and then we'll preface whether or not it's a character that we are hoping it is, or whether it's a character that we actually think it's going to be, or something like that. So it's going to be pretty, low-key, and in no particular order. But we just wanted to sort of reflect and enjoy the journey that has been Smash Bros. Ultimate. So, I don't know, Arcarius, you were the one of us who got the game the earliest. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, sure, I can talk about that. So it probably goes without saying, but Smash Brothers has basically been part of my life, my entire life. Like, I played Brawl when it came out when I was really little. I played 64 and Melee as hand-me-downs, and then Smash Wii U and Ultimate I both followed extensively in the hype build-up to their release. And so for Ultimate, I decided to get both the digital and physical copy. And for the digital copy, I was able to get it off of the Japanese eShop, which means you can start playing as soon as the game goes live in Japan, which in our time zone means we're playing it essentially half a day early.
I remember that. Ian and I got together on the day that Arcarius and I got together on the day that came out. And we played it until the midnight release, at which point we went to a Best Buy to pick up our physical copies. I think he got the special edition, and then I just got the normal one. And
Yes, I did. I still have the special edition box too, although it is not in mint condition anymore, and that does bother me a bit.
And it was awesome getting in line and talking to the other people about, how great the game already was. It's like, oh yeah, they would say, oh yeah, I can't wait to play it. It looks so good. I'd be like, yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is a good game.
So let's
They're all
rewind the
out
clocks.
nerding the line.
Let's rewind the clocks back a little further then. When did Smash Bros originally? Oops. When did Ultimate first get announced, and what was that like?
So Super Smash Bros. Ultimate was first announced on March 8th, 2018, which is also, I don't know if this was on purpose or it was a coincidence, but that is also the 10th anniversary of Super Smash Bros. Brawl. So that was pretty cool. It was in the March 2018 Nintendo Direct as the final announcement. It's a very memorable announcement, and I think it might still be my favorite trailer of all the Smash Ultimate trailers, just because of how unbelievably hype it was. But yeah, so it opens with the Inklings, as I'm sure many people know, and you think it's a Splatoon trailer at first, but it quickly becomes clear it's not. I actually knew right away that it couldn't have been Splatoon, because the CG of the cutscene looked too good to be a Splatoon cutscene. Like, not to not to complain about Splatoon's graphics, it's just they're really good. It's just you can tell that there was a higher quality to these. And I realized, wait a minute, there's only one franchise that has CG cutscenes this good, and then I freaked out.
And then you
David,
proceeded to freak out.
were you like super up to date with Nintendo stuff at that time? Because I think that was like right as you were beginning your like journey into the fandom
Yeah,
of Nintendo
right
as a whole.
as...
I mean, you definitely played Smash Bros. Before that.
Oh yeah, we played tons when just growing up together. Really, I had like just started to like get back into Nintendo, and so that was really exciting for me because like you know Smash. I played Smash 64 all the way through to the Wii U. So when the new one was announced, it was very exciting, mainly because I just knew what we had in store as friends ourselves, just playing Smash Bros. Together. I mean, in terms of the amount of times that I've played Smash Bros., I would say 90% of it has been with you and with all the other guys in the TorqueForce and just our overall friend group. And so I was ecstatic to see the new Smash Bros. Announced because, yeah, I mean, I got a Switch a month before Smash Bros. Came out, and so that was essentially like pretty much the only game I played once I got my Switch. I think Mario Odyssey is the first game that I played, and then right after that, it was Smash Bros.
Those are two good ones to start your Switch experience with.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
and then a dear soul in my life got me Breath of the Wild, and it was all over after that.
That was it.
Well,
That
I
was
think
the day.
You had already played it at that point, though.
I had already played it. Thanks to you, Bro Davia. You had lent it to me on Wii U. That was really when I started like really getting back into Nintendo. I had I mean I went through a spurt where I didn't really play a ton just because I was really busy with sports and otherwise just other things. So Brodavia really got me back into it, and it was a triumphant return.
So, Kevin, or GOODLOVEM as you
That's
choose
me.
to be called, you watched E3 2018, right? Where
I did,
it was
yes.
mostly completely about Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
pretty much
good.
half the show.
I think you probably remember what the catchphrase was of it.
Everyone is here.
Yeah, what was it like
Well,
seeing that?
I think it was outstanding, and we've all talked about like how amazing that trailer was, but I think it was one of the reasons it was so good is because until that point, unless you were really dedicated and had like found out information, no one knew what was going on. We were like, is this just a remake of 4? Is this just like did they just add a couple things? Everyone had like an opinion, but no one really knew anything. And then as soon as they showed Solid Snake with the "Everyone Is Here" logo, I remember freaking out and
Yeah.
just that moment. Well, seeing Young Link was also good for me, but seeing Snake and then those 3 words,
The
that
order
was
that they showed the characters in was so perfect. Like they
it
showed
was
Mario
yeah
at the beginning, but then they would like number them all, right? So you were like, okay, so
yeah
why are they all numbered like this? And then it would be like, oh, it's Mario, and then you'd see Link, and you'd be like, okay, cool. Then you'd see Sonic, and you'd be like, cool, they kept Sonic in it. He's awesome, and
yeah.
you keep going, and then the characters started getting more and more obscure, and like you didn't have all the
Like,
numbers to quite fill it all in. And then you see like Pichu and Young Link, and you're like, "Oh, this is crazy!" And then
Hey,
I
we're
think it
back.
showed him like I think it showed Sonic, not Sonic, Snake getting out of the box, and
It
that's
did,
when you were
yeah.
like, "Oh shoot!"
It was I'm getting worked up just thinking about it. Like it was so good. It's so good. Oh man.
So let's push forward a little more then. The game releases in I believe it was early December 2018, like December 8th or something like that, right?
Yep.
You are correct.
Yeah,
The
it
launch
was in
date was
December.
December 8th.
And then we got another piece of news very shortly after the game released. I mean, obviously we knew Piranha Plant was coming, but we got
Hilarious.
more news after that.
So
And-
technically, it was actually before the game came out. We learned about the first fighter pass.
That's
It
true.
was the day before.
That's true, but I guess I should take a step back then. First of all, having Piranha Plant revealed, I thought was excellent because it really set the tone of the game. Like, not only was everyone here, but anyone could be here.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
Yes.
I agree with that.
literally one of the first enemies you see in a Mario game is a fully playable character.
The only one that can't move.
Yeah, exactly. So it was just like, it doesn't matter who you think can make it into this game or not, anyone can. And then, after the game launched, about 2 weeks passed, and we get to the Game Awards, and they start showing all their trailers, and we got more Smash news on that night, which was from a game I hadn't actually played at the time. But it's very hype still in 20.
Yeah, so to like kind of set the scene for everybody, it was myself, it was Brodavia, and then Connor, who I'm sure some of you watching might know. And Connor and I had both played Persona 5 quite a bit. So when we saw that reveal, we both went nuts. I remember us both yelling and be like, "What? What?" It was really great.
Oh yeah, it was
I'm
it was
just
such
thinking.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh no! After you.
It was such a great reveal trailer too, though, like having the letter and the stylization and the animation that the Persona games have had.
Oh yeah.
So I wasn't there for that announcement, but I'm just thinking about how hyped that would be. Like, I mean, for a Persona fan who likes Smash Bros as well, that would be the ultimate announcement. I feel like.
Oh yeah, and the modern day Smash announcements have gotten so good too.
Oh, they're so good.
Yeah.
So good.
So when was the next announcement after that? We got Joker, and then I guess I can look at the character list and we can just
Probably good.
Yeah, I have it pulled up here. So actually, after Joker's announcement, we did not get another character reveal for 6 months. It wasn't until that's right. It wasn't until E3 2019.
19,
But
right?
there we got two.
Yeah.
That one was hype. That one, yeah, we did get to. I forgot about that.
I think E3
Yeah, we got two.
19 roughly. I mean, it wasn't like the very first thing they showed, but it began with the hero announcement and it ended with Banjo-Kazooie. So let's focus on the hero first, and then we'll pass the torch off to GOODLOVEM to talk about Banjo. So the hero trailer is an excellent trailer. Personally, my favorite version is the one that somebody made where they took the arrangement of the song "I Need a Hero" from Shrek 2 and put it over that.
Yeah.
Link will be in the description on that one. But
Yeah.
it's such an incredible video.
Oh, that's
Um,
perfect.
But Dragon Quest definitely deserved to be in Smash Bros. I mean, we did have some RPG representation with like Shulk and Cloud and some of the other Final Fantasy characters, and that I guess only one Final Fantasy character. But you know what I mean. But Dragon Quest
At
was
the
the first
time.
one. That's like the first big video game RPG. Get some Akira Toriyama representation in the game as well.
Oh yeah.
And it was such a great fit. Dragon Quest XI was releasing on Switch that year too, I believe.
Yes.
So he's such a unique character in Smash Brothers as well. All of his moves. I think he might have the most moves in the game, other than maybe like Kazuya or something.
Right.
Yeah, other than Kazuya,
Or
I'd
the
say he
Pokemon
probably
trainer.
does.
But yeah, he's really cool. I appreciated that they had all the different character costumes for him.
That was a big deal for me, was seeing, not that they had just included Dragon Quest, but like all of Dragon Quest.
Yeah.
And they had representation from some of the other major games like that, just with costumes like that blew me away. That was one of the few times where I was just like, oh my goodness. Like it was so good to see that. Erdrick and the I can't remember the one from Erdrick's the only one that's got a name, but like it's just it's so
The
good.
Luminary. And
Yeah.
Correct me if
yeah.
I'm wrong, but Inkling at the time was the only character who had anything done like that. Correct?
the
I think so.
villager-
Yeah.
the
At least to that
villager-
degree, yeah.
The villager also
Yeah.
looked different on each of these.
Oh, that's true. Villager, yeah.
And technically, Pokemon Trainer is also a boy or a girl.
Right.
Right,
yeah.
but the boy and
Yeah.
girl ones don't count.
Yeah, it's more like but yeah, like seeing a bunch of different options for the character model without being like, here's a dedicated like 4 Echo Fighters was really nice.
Speaking of which, they announced Echo Fighters when the game came out, and there was a lot of speculation as to like whether or not we were gonna like see more of those as like mini DLCs. And so far, we haven't. And I think at this point we can pretty safely say that we won't.
Probably not. Yeah.
But
Yeah, probably not at this point.
I do sort of appreciate that designation as an Echo Fighter, though, because you
Yeah.
you'd like to see Lucina in the game as well as Marth, or that sort of thing. But
Well, also we got in the days before the game actually came out, we got more than one Echo Fighter that wasn't in the game before, so we got some extras already, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got Simon and Richter, right? They're technically
Yeah.
Echo Fighters, aren't they?
Well,
Simon,
actually, both of them are,
Richter,
like, their own things.
Daisy, Dark Samus,
And
all the goodness.
Okay, so let's move on and talk about Banjo-Kazooie.
Yes.
So that was a great release trailer as well. It was like a
Oh,
remake
yeah.
of a different release trailer.
Yeah, because we forgot to mention that
Yeah.
before the game came out, some of the new characters that like weren't confirmed, like Ridley and K. Rool, we got those trailers before Smash actually came out, which was crazy. Like I remember the days of back when, and Arcarius, you might have done this as well. Do you remember the old like Smash Brothers websites that would have like they wouldn't have videos, they just have like little clip snippets of new characters, like when they first announced not Pit because he was in the trailer, but like characters like that, and you were just like, oh, they look so good. Like that's what the reveals used to be. So to get that kind of character reveal before the game even comes out with their own individually animated trailers was crazy. Everything to be so high quality was amazing. So much so that they did it again. They just did a second one with the same things, and when K. Rool was sitting there, so to set the scene for me, I needed Banjo in the game, like literally. I don't know if I'm sure Arcarius, you did this as well. Did you write any characters in for the Smash 4 character request?
Oh, absolutely. I think I wrote in Shovel Knight because I was really into Shovel Knight at the time.
Good call.
Of course, he became an assist trophy, which I'll take it.
Yeah. Well, I wrote in Banjo, and I was like, but I wrote like an essay. I was like, here's what every move could be. He's awesome. He's so good. He's basically like Mario, but he's a bear. I was just like, just come on. Like I was just like frantic. I needed Banjo in the game. And I remember seeing a lot of reactions to this trailer, but when the Jiggy crossed the screen, I was watching this in a Penn station.
Ooh.
# not spawns. And
it's a Jimmy John's family here.
But no, I was watching.
Is it bad that I've been eating Penn Station a lot? Sorry.
No, not at all. But I'm watching this at a Penn Station, and if I'm by myself and I see something hype, like I'll freak out, like I did for the Kirby like thing just in the past Direct. I screamed at my kitchen table. But I was so stunned when the Jiggy flew across the screen, I dropped my sandwich.
You did?
Yeah, like I just dropped it out of my hands, went stone cold silent, and was like, "You can't scream right now. There are children present."
Oh man, can I tell a similar story real quick?
Oh, absolutely.
So for the Everyone Is Here trailer, the one at E3, I was actually studying abroad in Japan at the time, and so the Direct was actually at like 1 a.m. Japan time. So of course, I stayed up to watch it, and the people I was staying with had already gone to sleep, so I had to sit there in the dark, trying to be as quiet as possible. And when they showed Ridley, I had to make sure I didn't scream.
Oh my god. Oh, that's so good.
That's
Oh.
incredible.
But yeah, so like that's, and then to see how good he looked, because I'd always wanted like a remake too, to see him in modern graphics, to see him with like and the music, they brought Grant Kirkhope's music back. It was just like I was just sitting there crying, and just people staring at me like, why are you crying into your sandwich that you just dropped? And I'm like, you don't understand. Like, it was just
You don't know what I'm going through.
Oh yeah, like he's not literally my favorite character in terms of how he plays. Although I do have fun with him, but he is probably my favorite inclusion. Like as soon as, I think I told every one of you this, I was like, as soon as I got Banjo, I was good. Anything else that I got, which has been great, anything else that I got was just gravy. I was like, this is the only one I actually needed. So, but it was,
I have a
oh
question
man.
for you, Kevin.
Yeah, absolutely.
You mentioned you wrote his entire moveset how you would like it. How
Yeah.
accurate was it to what it is now?
So the up B was actually the same. It was the Briegel launch or whatever that, I think the launch pad.
Yeah, lunch.
I was like, that could be that. It was a little bit different because I was thinking of it kind of like the way that I'd been playing a lot of Brawl, and so I was thinking more along the lines of like, you can give him a glide, he could fly. Remember, he's got the feathers.
Oh
like
yeah.
But and also the blaster. The blaster was exactly what I had for B as well. But not in the same format. Like it was cool to see like one or two where I was like, yeah, I kind of got it, but like no, that was the only thing that was really really close.
Do you think you maybe had any influence in that?
Who knows, dude?
Unless Sakurai is just over there and is like, oh, Kevin Johnson.
Oh, Johnson.
Johnson-san.
I wish that would be very very cool. But either way, I don't care. I'm just happy to be here.
So my computer is old and kind of chugging along right now. So let's continue.
All right, let's get to predictions then.
Well, let's at least finish up Fighter Pass 1 and then get into predictions. So we got Hero and Banjo, then we have Terry. Terry's reveal trailer was awesome. He went through a ton of SNK games and then settled on Terry. I liked that one a lot. He's a fun character to play.
And that seemed to be Sakurai's like personal pick.
Yeah,
like he really wanted that one.
He seemed
Can I say that
definitely.
Terry is my favorite out of all the ones we've gotten so far?
Oh sure, yeah.
I really like playing as Terry. When he first came out, I tried maining him for a while, but I ended up not picking him up. But whenever I get to play as him, I have so much fun.
Oh yeah.
Then we got the last person on Fighter Pass 1, Byleth.
Yeah, who was that one again?
Byleth. Everybody loved Byleth. And I think that was the last pre-COVID fighter as well.
I think
yes,
right.
that is correct.
Every time I play online and I fight a Byleth, every time I see them, I just get sad and upset. I'm like, really, Byleth? And it just throws off my mojo, and I'm like, I just don't like Byleth at all.
So I want to talk about Byleth for just a second. So obviously there's the meme of all the Fire Emblem characters in Smash. And I definitely think that compared to other characters, they have other franchises. I mean, they have too many characters. Some other franchises deserve more. But when that Byleth reveal happened, I laughed so hard. I thought it was the funniest thing that we were getting another Fire Emblem character in this game. And I wasn't mad at that point because I just found it so funny. And the trailer was just so cheesy too that I couldn't help it. And so as a result, it doesn't really bother me at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we also got a reveal then that Fighter Pass 2 was coming out as well. So it wasn't all
Which
bad
helped.
news for
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah, big time.
Like if
When I saw
Byleth was
Byleth-
going to be the one revealed like next week or whatever, then we might have a problem.
Right. Yeah.
But the fact that it was like, okay, this person is cool-ish, and
I like playing as them.
oh yeah, they have a great moveset, which is something that I'll probably say about every fighter that's been released. It's just, how hyped the character is. Or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, my perspective with the whole Byleth thing was it was purely a business decision. It wasn't actually like I don't think Sakurai would have chosen Byleth if he had the choice. I think Nintendo chose Byleth.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
you're
That's
probably
my
right.
perspective on it.
Okay, so then let's sort of blitz through the last couple, or Fighter Pass 2, and then we're going to talk about our predictions. We'll reminisce about Sakurai Presents and Smash Bros, and then we'll call it a day.
Works for me.
So, I guess we'll just mention all the other characters before we get into our predictions. The first character in Fighter Pass 2 was Sephiroth, right?
He was the first
Min
one.
Min.
Who?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Min
Min Min.
Yeah.
Oh,
Armor.
Min Min, yeah. Min Min
She was
seemed like she
COVID
should have been in
summer.
the base game. Like, that was just a perfect choice.
Yeah.
And
I
then,
agree. I thought Min Min was a good choice.
I also liked that it wasn't Ribbon Girl or Spring Man. It was just like a random one. Like that was kind of funny.
yeah. And the representation was cool, too,
Oh
I
yeah.
thought.
Mhm.
Especially in Smash, I think that's important. Not only from, like, the, normal representation standards, but, like with such a massive roster, you need your characters to be different. And so
Yeah.
having that was really cool, I think. Then we got
I agree.
Sephiroth, who was awesome, or as David Torque calls him,
Girahim.
Girahim.
Bro, David, you want to tell that story real quick?
Yeah,
'Cause I'm
we'll
too
make this one a
embarrassed
quick
to.
one. Yeah, I think it was at Game Awards or something when he was announced, or some other thing. But they showed the trailer for Sephiroth, and when Sephiroth like appeared and the one-winged angel music and everything started playing, and you kind of like see a silhouette from afar. Our boy David here, who had never played Final Fantasy VII or even really been familiarized with it, other than maining Cloud, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, it's Girahim from Zelda!" But he like screamed it. He was so excited, and I was like,
I remember
I
that.
screamed,
David,
Girahim!
David, it's Sephiroth. Who's that?
You know what? All I'm gonna say is that wasn't actually my Smash prediction. I was just looking so far in advance to the Skyward Sword HD
Good point.
announcement.
Good point.
That was just a hard read on that one. You know how I like my hard reads in Smash Bros. It was
So
just the
good.
same.
Yeah. So yeah, Sephiroth, and then we got your boy. Wasn't it Steve next?
So
Yeah.
you actually got him out of order. It was Steve first, and then Sephiroth.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for the correction, Arcarius. It was Steve, which was another great reveal trailer.
Oh yeah.
I mean, one
Very
of the
unexpected.
but also
Wait,
one of the
what?
more
It was
deserving
Steve
characters.
Sephiroth?
I agree.
Because like
Oh, yeah.
Minecraft is such a juggernaut property, and like what it's done for video games and everything, it was definitely worthy of being there.
Oh,
I
I
agree.
agree.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else do we got? Then
It was funny seeing Sakurai post pictures of the stuff he made in Minecraft.
Yeah.
Which was wild. Like some of that stuff was crazy.
And then we had Piro and Mithra. Their reveal trailer was actually animated by the studio that did the game Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Yes, that's correct. So we didn't know at first. We thought maybe it was DLC, and then whoops, character reveal.
Yeah, so that one was somewhat surprising. They're fun to play as. I'll take them,
Yeah, I'm glad we have another swap character, because they got rid of Zelda and Sheik, who used to be a swap character, so I'm glad we have a new one.
That's true. And then finally, we have Kazuya, who was the newest one. And that really completes the, like, major fighting game representation, too.
Yeah.
Other than some of, like, the anime fighters, which are getting more popular
Yeah.
these days. But, like, of
True.
the original 2D fighting games, it was, like, Street Fighter, I guess Tekken is technically a 3D fighting game, but it's still from like late 90s, early 2000s. So we got Street Fighter, Tekken, Streets of Fight, whatever, what's it called?
Fatal Fury.
Fatal Fury, that's it. And then Smash Bros. So it's cool to have all that representation here, and how faithfully the characters play like their original games too is very fun. Okay.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
And that brings us into our character predictions. So I guess we'll just go down the line in order here. So we'll start with Arcarius.
All right, so I think for my one, I mean there are still a couple characters that I would like to have in the game, but none of them I really think are all that likely. But like GOODLOVEM said earlier, I've got Banjo, I've got K. Rool, I'm good. So the character I think is most likely to be the last one is the protagonist for the upcoming Shin Megami Tensei 5. I find it very weird that there's no Shin Megami Tensei representation, even though we got a Persona character, and Persona is typically seen as the Sony spin-off of Shin Megami Tensei.
Right.
SMT started on the Super Nintendo, so it's a long-running Nintendo franchise. So I just think it makes the most sense for them to include that one because it's a long legacy. It's got a history with Nintendo, and it's a brand new game, so they have something to promote.
That's a really good theory, and I would be very happy to see that. I'm all for seeing older stuff that's been sort of neglected come back. You know, I'd love to see. Well, I'll save it for later in case other people say it in their predictions. But yeah, I think that the protagonist from 5 would be excellent. Okay, well, I guess I'll go next then. I think this one is a long shot, but I think it would be super fun to end it off on a big third party note. You know, I think it should either be I think the last character should either be an obscure first party character. It's like, you know, literally anyone could have been here. Here's a nice love letter to some random series you guys forgot. Maybe even we get another game out of that, sort of like what happened with Pit and Kid Icarus and Brawl. But
for sure.
For what I'm actually hoping for though, is Master Chief, because I think that the Blood Gulch could make an excellent stage. I think that he's a worthy character because he literally put Xbox on the map, and like that did a lot for video games as well. I mean, competition breeds better content, and so the fact that Xbox even exists makes Sony and Nintendo better. I think that the music in the Halo games is awesome and would be super cool to have Smash remixes of. And then I think there's also just not very much first-person shooter representation in this game. And even though I'm not a huge first-person shooter fan, or even a huge Master Chief fan myself, that sort of style would be super, super cool to see in this game. And I think it would just be a perfect end of this whole thing. At least for what I'm looking for. I'm sure that it would be kind of weird seeing Sakurai talk about Xbox as for his last presents, but you know, like in terms of what the game is as a whole, I think it would be really good.
If anyone was going to, it would be Sakurai to do it.
Yeah.
He's the only Nintendo exec I've ever heard say the word Xbox.
I think.
Well, he technically doesn't work for Nintendo.
Eiji Aonuma.
I didn't know that.
Eiji Aonuma talked about playing Skyrim or something, I think.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
I didn't know that.
It wasn't a Nintendo interview, but he did say it in an interview that he played Skyrim.
That's great.
Didn't he say that when someone asked him about the development of Breath of the Wild?
Yeah,
I think so.
something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
I guess we could also get the dude from Skyrim in it, like the hero from that, because we need.
No,
Skyrim.
he was a Mii costume in the last wave.
Too bad. We need more Skyrim. If I've learned anything since 2011, it's that we need more Skyrim on things.
Yeah.
You heard that, Todd Howard? Get on it.
All right, David Torque, it's up to you now.
It's up to me. Well, you all know me, and my ideal prediction
Is it
would be
Kirigame?
Goku. Yeah, no, it'd be Goku. Just we know it's never gonna happen. That's like David Torque's ideal world. Uh, but if I had to be realistic, I would have to say, just given recent events, probably Jack Black.
There you go.
Yeah,
You heard it
I
here
would
first.
say
Jack Black
I
for
would say
Smash.
Jack Black is the likely
Nacho
candidate for
Libre?
Smash Bros.
Nacho Libre for
Um,
Smash?
yes, please.
I'm good for it.
Okay, but really though, this might have been one of y'all who brought this up originally. But I was talking with someone, and they said that they thought the polygraph fighters from
Oh, the
like the fighters
wireframes
that
from
were
like Melee?
originally intended. Yeah, no. Smash Bros. Itself was originally not Smash Bros. It was literally just
It was
like
called Dragon
polygraph.
Fighter or something like that.
Yeah.
Like polygraph characters fighting, and someone brought up like, oh, what if that was the DLC and it was just the original polygraph characters, which I thought that sounded kind of neat.
Yeah, that would be really
Um,
cool if they made a character from Smash into the final fighter. Like Taboo
Oh,
or
yeah. I
Master
agree.
Hand or
Oh,
like the
I would love
Sandbag
that.
or something.
The sandbag would be funny.
The Sandbag gets his revenge. He's just like a Wobbuffet essentially.
That's standing.
Though that's a pretty good prediction. I would be very down to see that. And then just get to hear
Me too.
Sakurai like sort of talk about the original game and all the other games.
Hee hee hoo hoo, look what we did.
Speaking of hee hee hoo hoo, is it your time to say that?
I think so. Yes.
So what do we got for you? Your final prediction?
Well,
the last
my-
Smash Bros. Fighter that will be predicted on the TorqueForce channel.
well,
That's
for
very-
me,
a lot of pressure.
I was in the same kind of venue where I would love to see Master Chief for a lot of the same reasons, and also because I grew up playing, Halo 3, Halo Reach. Not as much the newer ones, but like I think that would be a great third-party character to reveal. And if we're going off of kind of what happened last time, we got Bayonetta as a final character, so I think a third-party one has a chance. I would love to see Sakurai just have lied to everyone and put Waluigi in the game. I
would
don't
be
think he's going to, though.
Epic meme.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to, because he's gone on record like 4 times saying how much he hates the meme quality about the character. I'm like, come on. But my real prediction, I'm gonna be the one that goes retro here. I think, like you mentioned before, if they were gonna revive a series, I think that 2 kind of tied for me. One I think is a bit more likely just because we did have a remake. And that's so I'm gonna go with Arthur from Ghouls and Goblins.
Ghosts and Goblins.
Oh.
Ghosts and Goblins or Ghouls and he's the same thing, but like with Arthur from that series.
I was
I know
actually
that
just playing that yesterday.
Oh really? Nice.
Yeah.
But no, like I think that it would fit. I know that he's kind of in. I think there might be some costume stuff for him. So
Yeah, he
I
has a
don't
costume.
know how likely it is. But
Well, yeah,
between him and the other secondary one was Ryu Hayabusa from Ninja Gaiden.
Oh yeah.
Like I think those are some of those are 2 of like the biggest retro icons that we haven't really gotten anything for. And so I'd be curious to see those put in. Because we're not getting Dante.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
Well, I think those are great predictions. I guess for my honorable mention, I would probably say the dude from Star Tropics. I think that would be a cool game to get
I agree,
revived.
yeah.
on Nintendo.
Oh, his name's like Michael, right?
Mike, I think
Something like
might be
that.
it.
Yeah.
If we're doing honorable mentions, I've got one since you brought up Capcom. I
Ooh.
think the most likely Capcom character at this point is Phoenix Wright.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's true.
That'd be good.
That's true. I would love to see that. I would also love to see Okami.
That
Like
too.
that would be a real. I think Okami's got a great potential move set up, and I don't know how that one. I feel like there'd have to be a game coming, but one can dream.
Okay, well, let's just talk about the Sakurai Presents in general then. We'll spend about, I don't know, 5 minutes or so on that. And, you know, say our farewells to the end of Smash Ultimate predictions. Which, you know, respectful farewells, I should say.
Yep. I just hope that however it ends, I just hope Sakurai has fun with it. I hope that maybe we get a little bit more added to kind of like round out the game, like put a cap on it, make it complete. I'm also hoping that maybe in a couple years they release like a final edition of Smash Ultimate that has all the stuff in it. I think that'd be really cool. But yeah, if this really is going to be the end, it's been an incredible ride, and I'm very excited to see what happens next.
Oh yeah, it really has been awesome, and obviously we want to thank Sakurai and his team for all their hard work, especially during the difficulties of modern life.
Yeah, that'd be a
Um,
good way to end it if there's just footage of him going to sleep.
Yeah, I mean the dude works hard.
Sakurai-san, go take a nap.
Um, yeah, it's
I'd
been
like
great.
to. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I'd like to say something real quick. I
Yeah.
think that had Smash Ultimate not been around, TorqueForce might not have even been around. If you really think about it.
That's true.
That is a good point.
It started
Is-
with you guys meeting like when we were just meeting every week.
Yeah, it just started. It started out literally on a night that we were all just hanging out playing Smash Bros. Bro Davey and I went to grab some food, and we just had a like, hey, this would be a fun thing to try. And then we're like, yeah, let's do it. And then Bro Davey was like, well, I know another guy who would be interested. And we brought Arcarius along. And since then, the Torque Force has been strutting its stuff.
Yeah. So it's been great. I'm excited for this last presentation. I think that um, we're gonna get to see some cool stuff from Sakurai, like sort of behind the scenes stuff maybe. Or just
I
like
agree.
hear his thoughts on it all, and
Yeah.
I mean, I've been playing his games since I was a little kid. He's did almost all the original Kirby games, I think. He was the director for Kirby Air Ride, which was an excellent game. Of course, he's directed every Smash Brothers game.
Yeah.
The sort of care and creativity that he and his teams put into his games are pretty admirable. So I just wanted to say, like, I don't really care who the last character is. I'm just happy that we got all that we did.
The journey is better than the end.
Maybe the real last character is the friend we made along the way.
The friends we made along the way. It's just a big letter U for ultimate, but also for you.
It's the Wii U. It'll be playable.
Fun times.
All right. Well, does anyone have any final thoughts?
Not that I can think of.
No, nothing comes to mind unless any of you all would like to catch these hands in some Smash Bros. Rounds for a couple minutes.
Okay. Well, to our viewers, thank you so much for watching and joining us along for the Smash Brothers ride. We hope that you enjoyed the game as much as we have, and we'll continue to play it, even though there won't be as many update content releases in the future. If you're interested in more Nintendo stuff, we have a big Metroid playthrough coming in a couple weeks. You can look at our Twitter linked below to check out that. As for
Actually, I think when we upload this video, we'll be doing that right now.
oh yeah, it'll probably be live then. So yeah, we'll look for that. We'll at
We'll
least
put
we'll have more information in the description either way.
yes, yeah. Read the description; it'll have the most up to date information.
Yeah. So, but we're really excited to share that with you. We're also revealing a game that we met the developer to. Or I guess
Yeah.
we met the developer of a game, so we're going to be doing some gameplay of that. We hope you'll check that out as well. And then, of course, we have our yearly Halloween stream coming up at the end of October as well. It might not be as big of an event as it was last year, but we'll still have a couple things planned for you all. So
A few spooks.
yeah, go ahead and leave a comment as to what character you want or a decent Smash memory that you have. Give us a follow on the Twitter, on our Twitch channel as well. That's twitch.tv/TheTorqueForce. Subscribe, like, and we'll see you in the next video. And with that, everybody says goodbye.